Hey you guys, it's Bridget and we're live here at Dynamic Fitness. If you were tuning in before and you got cut off, I apologize. I was having technical difficulties and also no sound. So we're back, we're going to try this again. And today we are talking about a subject that's really exciting to me. It's called weights for women. And I wanted to talk about this because a lot of women have reached out to me and said, where do I start? How do I get started? And I was definitely at that place at one point in time, and it's been, I don't know, 7 years since I've been in the gym. So I've had a chance to be around the gym and learn my way around, but it didn't come overnight, and it was very intimidating for me at first. So one of the most popular reasons I hear from women as to why they're afraid to lift weights is that it's intimidating. So number one, you come into a gym like this, there's machinery everywhere, like I don't even know what this thing does. There's a whole slew of barbells and dumbbells everywhere, and it's intimidating. You walk in, you're not sure where to start. I was definitely that person that sat down at the machines and looked at the illustrations and tried to figure out what the heck I was supposed to do. So it can be very overwhelming. It can be very intimidating. You don't know what machine to do next. You don't know if you're doing it right. And then second to that is after you don't even know what you're supposed to do, now you're afraid of getting hurt, which is a big fear I've always had. My back, I don't want to throw out my back. I don't want to like pull a muscle. I've never broken a bone in my body, so I'm afraid of getting injured. And so most women just opt for the cardio deck. The worst that can happen is you go flying off a treadmill and get a couple bumps and bruises, and hopefully that's not the case. That just happens on America's Got Plenty of Fun videos. But regardless, I wanted to talk to you ladies about lifting weights and help you to feel a little bit more comfortable walking into a gym, finding your way around, and knowing that you're doing it correctly. If you're watching this and you feel like other women would benefit from this, please share it. Go ahead and share it to your page or to wherever. Tag somebody who you think would enjoy this video. So we're going to get into some exercises. We're going to get into proper form. So it's going to be super beneficial to all of the ladies who are looking to just get started lifting weights. So first off, I want to talk to you, so we've talked about intimidation, which is why a lot of women are afraid to go work out and lift weights. We talked about injuries, which is another reason women are afraid to lift weights. And then the third one is bulking. How many times have you heard somebody say, I don't want to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger, I don't want to look masculine? So there's, to me, I made 4 different levels of tone. So the first level, I'm just going to set my notes down here for a second. The first level to me is Victoria's Secret. That's the tall, long, skinny legs, skinny arms. They look in good shape, but I guarantee you they're not lifting a lot of weights. They're probably just doing a lot of cardio, and that's their method of exercise, and that's where they stay toned. We have an extra camera here today taking some pictures, so don't mind if you see him in the background. But so that's level 1. Level 2 is where I'm at, where I would consider myself right now. I have nice toned arms. My legs are kind of starting to show a little bit. I have flat stomach and some nice little curves going on, but I'm not like super bulky, and I'm pretty sure I still look feminine. We'll see. I think so. Give me a thumbs up if I look feminine still. And then the second level is what I'm going for. This is the third level. Sorry, this is the third level. This would be level 2 of fitness. Level 3 for me is where I want my body to be for competition day. So that's going to be a lot more muscle. It's going to be popping muscles everywhere. Maybe I'll have little baby traps. I'm going to have some more biceps and definitely some more legs. So that's level 3, and I'm training a very specific way to get to level 3. And then level 4 to me is like Arnold Schwarzenegger, all those ladies that make way more noise in the gym than the men put together. They're lifting weights, they're throwing weights, and they're just getting after it. So that's not a level that I'm necessarily interested in getting to, but I've been at level 1, I worked my way up to level 2, and then for this show, I'm going to get to level 3. So we're going to jump into the workout part of this because we are running a little bit behind. And the first thing I want to talk to you about is spinal positioning, and I think we're in a good location.
Say it again, because I didn't hear you.
The first thing we're going to do is spinal positioning, and this is going to be the position that you hold your body in when you do the majority of your exercises. So spinal positioning is, I'll show you what it is. So if you stand here, legs apart, and I'm showing you sideways because I want you to see the curves. You're going to stand here, this is relaxed, and then this is spinal positioning. So what I'm doing is I'm tightening all of the muscles in my back right here, and I'm creating a nice S curve. I'm flopping my booty, and I'm sticking out my chest, and holding my back strong. So if you maintain this position, it's called spinal positioning, and it's going to protect your back, and help you isolate the muscles in that you're trying to work out. Turn. This way more.
Yep. Turn all the way to the back.
So relax. So relax, and then in my position to lift weights. So if you can see that, we can take that the exact same position and apply it to a few different workouts. So we're gonna go and try this out. I made a couple notes so I don't forget which workouts to do. But let's go over here to the dumbbells first.
So guys, if you couldn't hear that, she was talking about spinal positioning and how to protect your spine to make sure you're not getting hurt. That's one of the reasons why a lot of women do not lift weights, is because they're afraid of being injured. And with proper spinal positioning that she just showed you, you won't have any issues whatsoever about being injured. I know it might have been hard to hear in the gym, so I have to repeat.
That's fine, that's perfect. I'm going to pick a nice light weight so I can show you, and actually, if it's okay if I'm going to turn this way so I can see.
What exercise are you going to be doing?
This is a dumbbell shoulder press. So I'm going to start out by getting in my spinal position. Butt out, chest up, my back is tight. I'm going to come here. I'm going to bring my weights up so that they are parallel. And then I'm going to take them and I'm going to push and form a triangle at the top. Come down, push up, pause, and then I'm going to come back down. You're going to do this for about 8 to 12 reps until you're tired or it gets hard, and then you're going to take a break. But as you can see, I just stayed stiff the whole time and just my arms did the movements. Okay?
Why don't you show us some things of what not to do when you're doing this exercise?
Okay, something not to do would just be, like, I kind of changed my posture and I'm just jankily ass doing this. Like, there's not really any thought to it. I'm just kind of swinging my arms around. I have no support going on in my back. I'm just kind of standing here and not really putting much thought into it.
So one more time, show them the right way to do
The right
it.
way, get your back strong, butt out, chest out, and you're going to push up, come up and hold, back, down, and up. Now the next thing that we can do from this very spot with these same dumbbells is a bicep curl. So you're going to put your elbows out just a little ways from your arms, or from your sides. You're going to lock your elbows and then you're going to curl up. And again, we'll stay holding the same position with my spine tight, back strong, and just my arms are moving. And that really isolates your biceps. You see that? All right. And then another one you can do, so I'm going to lean forward a little bit. We're going to do triceps. Lock your elbows in, and you're just going to press back. Same posture. Your back is tight, your booty's pumped, your chest is up, and you're just isolating those muscles. This way.
Flatten your back a little bit more. There you go.
Sometimes I
So sometimes you'll see people do this on the bench. So they'll flatten their back out on the bench. So they'll do one arm at a time. So she'll put one weight down and she'll lean over on the bench. You'll see, yeah. And then she's going to do a kickback right there. So that might be one way that you see people doing a tricep kickback. So you want to make sure that your back is as flat as possible when you're doing it. So you can do it one arm at a time like that, or you can stand up and not lean on the bench and do both arms at the same time, just making sure that your back is flat as possible.
Perfect. Let's see. There's some other people on the machines over there, which is part of working out. You got to be able to improvise. If you find this valuable, go ahead and share it to your friends' pages. Tag a lady who you think would benefit from this. I'm going to show you a couple leg exercises. So we're going to go over here. We're going to jump on the leg. And for me, I'm small, so to adjust it, you're going to look for the lever here, and you're going to bring it all the way down. Grab a seat. You're going to push your feet up here. About hips a couple of inches apart. And point your toes out just a little bit. And then you're going to push through the heels. Come down, hold it, and then push it back up through the heels. And now you can still maintain your posture. So think about it. The butt is out, your chest is up. Got a nice space back here. This one's a little bit harder to do. Really good cushion, but you're going to maintain your posture. And if Barry, you want to add anything?
So why don't you show them how to not maintain your posture and why you don't want to do that. So a lot of people will grab the handles and they will crunch their spine over just like that when they're doing the leg press. What that does is it puts a lot of unnecessary emphasis on the spine itself. So you always want to make sure that you're staying in normal spinal curve and maybe even grabbing the pad above you to encourage that perfect spinal curve there. So we got Nathan on. We got Devanji.
Hi, Devanji.
We got Rachel.
What's up?
Rachel Sullivan.
Hi, Rachel. All right. So does that give you a good idea of how to do? Pretty standard. It's always a safe leg exercise to do for women. But one that I do want to show you is the lunge. And a lot of people, there's quite a few variations of the lunge. So I want to show you a stationary lunge. So we're going to just walk back over here and I'm going to grab a couple weights. So let's see, let's move over one more row. Can I go this way? Okay. So to do the lunge, can you hear me from all the way over there?
Try. Go for it.
Okay. You're going to take one of your legs, back. You're going to keep it straight, and then you're going to lean forward so it feels like your back and your legs are all the way even. So it should look like one long flat line. And then what you're going to do is lean forward, and then push off through your heel. Lean forward, and push off through your heel. Normally you see people going like this, and like this. But this is really going to isolate your glutes and really help build that booty that everybody's trying to get.
So to add on top of that, when you see people doing the old school lunge, she'll go ahead and do it. That's not a bad exercise to do, but it does put a lot of emphasis on the front quad. But when you do it this way, what you actually do is you isolate the glute and the hamstring a little more, and you take a lot of the emphasis off the quad itself. So she's going to switch legs there, keeping that back leg straight, coming down. So if you've never done lunges like this, I would challenge you to go ahead and do lunges like this because it is literally an ass whooping. And guys, if you have any, guys and ladies, if you guys have any questions for Bridget, feel free to ask. I will make sure I ask them to her.
All right, I'm going to grab my notebook and then we're going to go over to the very intimidating cable rows and all of that stuff. I'm going to show you a couple moves that we can do there that will add variety to your workout.
So we had a lot of people join us, so why don't you tell people again what you're doing today?
Welcome, thank you for joining me. I am Bridget Therese and I am a fitness model and lifestyle specialist. And today I'm sharing with you some tips to help women who have not, or maybe intimidated by lifting weights, just a few tips to help them feel more comfortable and confident in the gym, working their way around. So thank you for joining. If you find this valuable, do share it with your friends or tag a lady that you think would enjoy watching this. So we're going to make our way over here.
What's up, Hector? What's up, Gene? Thanks for joining us, guys. If you have any questions for Bridget, please feel free to shoot them over, and I will ask them to her because she can't see anything. So John wants to know how many reps you're doing right now.
Well, right now we're just showing examples, John. But what I would normally suggest is that you do 8 to 12 reps and you do 4 sets. So you're going to do 8 to 12 reps of whatever you're doing, a bicep curl, a tricep press back, and then you're going to repeat that 4 times.
So how often does your program change?
My program changes monthly. So after 4 weeks, I get a new program so that my body doesn't get used to it, and that I'm constantly adding different variety to it. And also
what changes in your program?
Anything from the sets can change. So when I first started about 3 months ago, I was doing 4 sets. Then it went up to 5, and then my last workout, which I just started this week, is all the way up to 6 sets. On top of that, the amount of weights and the way I do my weights change. It's a little bit more advanced, so it's called there's level drop sets. So if real quickly.
You don't have to explain it.
Okay, we won't get into
But
that.
just the idea is that your program changes on a monthly basis,
Yep.
and you're not just doing 8 to 12 reps all the time. You're constantly changing your program because each set of repetition range accomplishes a different goal. Some rep ranges are for size, some rep ranges are for strength.
So this is a seated row. This is going to be a back exercise. So there's a few different handles that you can put on here. I like this one, but a lot of times I use the rope. The rope's a little bit harder on my hands. So I suggest starting with this one. There's a lot of weight slamming around here. So you start by just getting your feet up. And then in a seated way, you're going to do the same spinal positioning where your chest is up, your booty's out, and your back is tight. And then you're going to use your arms to pull back, and then you're going to squeeze your back together. So you're going to pull out, squeeze, you pause at the back, and then you release. And then repeat that for 8 to 12 reps.
Why don't you show people some things that people do wrong on this exercise?
Okay. I don't even know how to do it bad. But you can see how that would not be very effective. Or that I'm just kind of like losing my posture and letting the weight pull me. So you want to always be in control of the weight. So I'm going to get back into it, pull it, and then make sure that I'm squeezing my back. And you make sure you're squeezing your back so it doesn't turn into a bicep exercise.
All right, let's go move
All
on
right.
for Devanji wants to say that you're so cute.
Oh, thank you, Devon. So let's do,
Let's do it right there. Right there.
let's do knee triceps right there.
Just turn and face outwards. The weight's really heavy. Put it on like 2 plates.
Form is always the most important thing that you're doing when you work out. So if the weight is too heavy and it's compromising your form, drop the weight. I'm doing extra lightweight today. One, because I already worked out this morning. And then two, I want to make sure that y'all see exactly how to do it. This is a little awkward.
You can turn around. That's fine.
So again, I'm in my position. I'm going to lock my elbows. And then
What exercise are you doing?
This is a tricep cable press down.
And what is it working?
This is the cable machine. This is going to be my triceps. So if you don't see these popping, then I'm doing it wrong.
It'll work on the granny weight area, right?
Yes. So you're going to grab it and press. Is it working?
Yep.
Get the idea? This would be a long way to do it. But pushing it down. And
So that's what you don't want to do.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. All right, let's take this with us. One more. So why don't you come on this side a little bit. So this is a cable, what do you call this thing? I don't know.
So we had a lot of people join us, so why don't you tell everybody who you are, what you're doing?
My name is Bridget. I am a lifestyle specialist, a fitness competitor, and today I'm showing you some basic moves for women who are just interested in getting into the weightlifting, are not sure how to do it, and so I'm just kind of going over some very basic fundamentals.
Keep them from getting hurt.
What?
Keep them from getting hurt.
Yes, to prevent injuries, to help you feel more confident, and to just kind of show you a little bit around the gym. So this is nice because you can adjust it at all different levels. You just put it up high. You're going to do something down here, or you can do something like this. Right now we're going to do a cable bicep. And if you download my 4-week program, this exercises a lot of them that I'm showing you to today.
Say that one more time, because I don't think they can hear you.
Yes, I haven't mentioned yet that there's a 4-week program that I'm giving out that has all of these basic exercises. And a lot of these that I'm showing you today are in that workout. So this is going to be bicep curl. This is another way of working those biceps and getting those triceps. Again, we're going to focus on our positioning. Chest out, butt out, back tight. And you're going to keep your elbows locked in. And you'll do 8 to 12 reps here. Take a little break, let it 45-second break, and then you'll continue your set. So I'm going to go ahead and drop
So
this.
why don't you show people the wrong way of doing it?
Wrong way?
Yeah. So this is the wrong way, okay? A lot of swinging, a lot of using your back. Show the right way one more time. She's got a good spinal positioning there, and she's allowing her bicep to do the work. Now, if you really wanted to get a little bit extra contraction, you're going to keep your elbow tight here, and you're not going to let that move, and then she's going to just lift.
Good? All right.
So we have a lot of people. Teodoro.
Hi, Theodora.
Okay, is that you?
One thing I want to mention too is that when you first start working out and you hold that spinal positioning, your back is going to get tired and sore. So don't think that you're having back pain, but think that your back muscles are just getting used to you contracting them and you holding that posture while you work out. Because if you think about it, you're holding your back muscles tight for about an hour longer than you normally do. So when I first started doing it, my back would get sore from using muscles that I hadn't used before. So I'm out of breath. This is a good workout. If you want my 4-week program that I am offering today for free, click the link above in the description, and I'm giving you a 4-week program that you can follow. It's one that I followed when I first started working with iFit Model. It's very basic, but it's a very good workout. If you want to get it for free, go ahead and click that link, and then I'm available for questions if you have questions. And go ahead and watch this video again if you want to see spinal positioning, if you want to see some of those easy workouts that are the bicep curls, and see how you do all those proper forms. So how are we doing on time?
We're doing okay.
We doing okay?
Yeah, we've gone for about 30 minutes, but if you want to keep going, you can. Why don't you tell people who designs your workout programs?
My programs are designed by the one and only iFit Model, and I've been working with Aaron Zambrano for about I guess 3 years. So he designs, a lot of people think he only does competitor programs, but he does do lifestyle programs too. So if you're not interested in competing at this point, but you're just looking to get into working out at a very entry level, just a very non-intimidating way, he also has programs like that. We're about to launch an 8-week program that is coming out soon, which I highly recommend, so keep an eye out for that. But it's not just competitors, it's lifestyle. If you're looking to just get your feet wet, we have programs that are available for you.
Devanji wants to know, is there a special diet for weight training?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Diet is a big one. We talked a little bit about meal prepping last week, but the nutrition is very important to this too. So you can work out all day you want, but if you're going to go eat a donut for a post-workout meal, you're probably not going to see the results that you want. So right now my diet is very restricted because I'm competing and training for Mexico City, which I did find the dates out this weekend. It's going to be Memorial Weekend in May, so I'm super excited about that. But yes, diet is very important. Feeding your body proper nutrition is going to help you to lean out if that's your goal, to put on muscle if that's your goal, and to gain the results that you're looking for.
So why don't you tell people a little bit about the diet that you follow? Do you eat carbs? Do you eat fats?
The diet that I'm following right now is about 6 meals, and every single meal has protein, and every single meal has carbs, and it's very calculated, it's measured out. But even when I was not training, I always try to have a healthy carb, which is something like a grain, a sweet potato, anything that is natural and not processed. So I avoid breads. What are some bad carbs? Cereal, all those delicious donuts, things like that. Pizza is not in my meal prep plan right now. But all of those processed foods are what you want to stay away from. So you're going to look for lean proteins. I'm not eating pork or ham or just things like that. So I'm very lean. And
why don't you tell people about the 4-week program one more time? Tell people to share it and tell them when your next show is.
Perfect. Thank you guys so much for watching tonight. It's been really fun. I was a little nervous to come here in the gym and work my way around, but I'm really glad we did this. If you found it helpful, please share this and give me a like. And also, if you're interested in my 4-week program, please click the link above and we'll go ahead and send that out to you. And you can start following the very program that I started following when I first started training and lifting weights. So I hope this helps. I hope you found this valuable, and I plan to do a part 2 more advanced series here in a couple weeks. Next episode, we're going to be talking about supplements. A lot of people want to know what I'm taking, what I'm doing. So next week, let's talk nutrition and supplements. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.